so important is it initiates, see, the 70th week is divided into two halves. Each half is described as 3.5 years, is described as 42 months, is described as 1,260 days. Each half has those references in the Old Testament and the New. Again and again, all cross-referenced. So we know the precision here by the Holy Spirit is clearly beyond any attempt to make it symbolic or just a figure of speech, that sort of thing. Now, the reason it's also so important, Jesus himself labels the last half of that 7-year period, the last 3.5 years, he calls it the Great Tribulation. He does so by quoting from Daniel 12, where it's alluded to. He quotes that, pins it from when you see abomination of desolation, then shall be the Great Tribulation. What makes it distinctive from other forms of tribulation, as you learn more about it, you'll discover God's wrath is being poured out. This is a tribulation not from Satan or the world. It's upon the world and then ultimately upon Satan's realm. So it's just the opposite. That's why it's distinctively different. And one of the promises to the church is that it will be removed before that happens. Another label of that same period in the Old Testament, in Jeremiah 30, is called the time of Jacob's trouble. It's worldwide, but its focus is on the Jews. The first Holocaust in Germany took 1 Jew out of 3. According to Zechariah 13, verse 8 and 9, the next one will take 2 out of 3. The time of Jacob's trouble. A time of trouble that they had never seen till that time or ever would see again. You see around in Israel, you'll never again. I got bad news for them. It will happen once again, and worse. Of course, this whole thing then is the occasion of the second coming and the establishment of the millennium. So the 70th week is concluded. It started by the establishment and the enforcement of this covenant. It concludes with the second coming of Christ and the establishment of his kingdom upon the earth for 1,000 years. Eternity starts after that. The Great Tribulation, it's defined by Jesus in quote from Daniel 12. He says, "For then there shall be great tribulation such as not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. Except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened." That's an interesting technological expression.